One of the biggest myths that we face is that there is a big red button and one big switch. And that makes for good Hollywood stories. That is certainly not the case. And there are strict procedures every time we do anything with a nuclear weapon. In actuality, it's very boring and very routine. And in this mission, we like boring and we like routine. Steadfast Noon is our annual live fly exercise where we demonstrate nuclear deterrence. This year, we're using 60 aircraft from 13 nations, roughly 2,000 personnel involved in this year's exercise, coming together as one team. We are positioning our blue forces and our NATO capabilities up against a fictitious red adversary. Obviously a nuclear armed adversary that would attack the Alliance, and the Alliance brings its power to respond. We are very much looking at the capabilities that we would have to fight against, to deliver a weapon against. We require air-to-air refueling, we require airborne command and control, we require airborne assets to defend, to strike other assets, to get into the target and get the weapon over the target. But it's a team fight to get there. This is the first exercise where we're going to demonstrate that 5th gen capability from the F-35 in the nuclear strike role. The Netherlands was the first nation to bring this ability. During this exercise, there are no nuclear weapons involved. There is significant control that goes into any movement, any time we do anything with these weapons. They are most certainly not on any hair trigger alert. So the best analogy I could use would be 2 keys to unlock a door. So one of the fundamentals of nuclear security and safety is that no lone individual can have access to a weapon or many of the procedures that go along to employing that weapon at any time. So we do this by separating different parts, different keys, different codes, if you will, to get access, and those 2 must come together. And that again assures that there is no time where one sole person can do that. There are many myths around nuclear weapons, but there's also intentional misinformation, and we're seeing that more and more in the public space. The intentional placement of misinformation in the public space is something that we need to be constantly on guard against. Russia's continued rhetoric on nuclear weapons is something that we keep a close eye on. We continually keep a close eye on their capabilities as well. We are applying the military instrument of power to deter, raising the nuclear IQ amongst the force within Allied command operations, and doing that as well publicly. The Alliance just celebrated its 75th anniversary, and NATO has been a nuclear alliance nearly that entire time. Steadfast Noon has been an exercise around for over 2 decades. We will continue to modify the exercise to address the modern threats that we will face, but in the meantime, we will maintain safe, secure, and effective nuclear deterrence for the Alliance.